about Planned Parenthood because Lila Rose is back. Lila is the 22-year-old president of LiveAction.org. That's the group that shot an undercover video where a couple posing as a pimp and a prostitute talked to a Planned Parenthood staffer about bringing in some underage sex workers for a checkup. You remember this?
But so mainly, like on the paperwork, there's going to be a point that asks, you know, like, are you sexually active, stuff like that.
Yeah.
If they're under a certain age, we're kind of, you know, me and my other counselor, like, for the most part, we want as little information as possible. We want as little information as possible because you're involved in it. Excuse my language. No, that's once we get to the...
Well, that video had Planned Parenthood so up in arms that George Soros actually held a conference call about what he could do to take down Lila Rose and her group. This week, Live Action is going to release an explosive new video. It was shot in Indiana, where a state law has just passed disqualifying Planned Parenthood from the Medicaid program because it performs abortions. I spoke exclusively to Lila about what this new video is going to show.
Well, without saying too much, what you're going to see demonstrated is that although Planned Parenthood, the nation's biggest abortion chain, is crying out that Medicaid patients won't be provided for, that if they're blocked from this money in Indiana to receive money for Medicaid patients, that Medicaid patients will be left to fend for themselves, there'll be this disaster, you'll hear ultimately from the mouths of Planned Parenthood themselves that, yes, Medicaid patients will do just fine without them.
They say this on tape. You have that.
Not to say too much, but watch it for yourself, but it's something along those lines.
Now, you've been involved in these undercover activities for a good while.
Yep.
You're 22 years old?
Mm-hmm.
You started this when you were 15?
Yes.
Why?
Because abortion is the greatest human rights abuse that our nation and our world faces. And because the cries of the innocent that are not heard right now in our nation, our innocent unborn brothers and sisters, we need to answer their call, answer their cry, and we need to do something to defend them. And so the youth of America, and I'm proud to stand among them, are saying enough is enough. We haven't known America without abortion, but we want to fight for that day when every life is protected, and we're committed to that.
What was the framework for your pro-life position? Because, I mean, as a 15-year-old, most people are thinking about who they're going to go out with this weekend and what kind of car they're going to get and where they're going to go to college, and you're thinking about how to save the world, and just what was it in Lila Rose at 15 that said, you know, I'm going to take on this issue?
Well, it was being raised in a family. I'm one of 8 kids. My parents are wonderful. And I was taught to love life, and I was taught that we were called to serve. That as Americans, as raised a Christian, as a citizen, I was called to do something and serve other people around me and respect life. So born out of that, born out of my faith, and then born out of witnessing the facts about what abortion was, learning the truth, I just thought I have to do something. I have to find a way to do something.
Now, you teamed up with James O'Keefe, who got some notoriety for some of his undercover videos at one point. You ever been threatened? People angry at you because of what you've done? I mean, you cost some people a lot of money with these undercover videos. What kind of threats have you received and let's say, negative reaction?
Sure. Well, from when I was 18 and after our first investigations, where we put these investigations of Planned Parenthood on YouTube, I was threatened to be sued by Planned Parenthood. And I remember being a little shocked getting this lawsuit threat when I had, less than $200 in my bank account and as a student, and they were threatening to sue me for $5,000 for each offense they said. But God used that for good, ultimately, because more and more people found out about what was happening in their clinics because they saw the tapes on YouTube and then on TV, and it encouraged our team to do more investigative projects. So we've gotten death threats, we've gotten threats of lawsuits, we've gotten, George Soros held a conference call just a few months ago about how to take our organization down and combat our group.
Specifically named your organization. George Soros, a billionaire, is afraid of a 22-year-old.
Well, he's afraid of the truth. That's what he's afraid of. And our videos show the truth about what happens every day in the abortion industry and lobby and in Planned Parenthood clinics across the country.
You think it's about money in a large way, the whole abortion industry. It's not about loving women, caring for them. It's about the money that can be made? It's
about money, and it's also, for some, it's about a radical and very deceived ideology where they really believe that abortion is somehow the solution to the problems in our country, or abortion is somehow going to help a woman get through her life or move on with her life. I've sat in counseling sessions undercover, and the Planned Parenthood worker has told me on tape, oh, Planned Parenthood, oh, when you have this abortion, we at Planned Parenthood, we're going to tell you, you can get on with your life. I had an abortion, they might tell me, and I'm happy I had it. Or one woman even told me undercover, the manager of the clinic told me that she wished she could go back in time and abort her now 16-year-old son.
Oh my gosh.
She wished she could make the abortion decision. So that's the ideology we're facing.
The videos are coming out Tuesday. How can people see them?
Please come and see them. They're at our website. We will be releasing them online, through social media. Liveaction.org is the website. We're also excited to launch a petition, a campaign called I Stand with Indiana, which will ultimately be spreading the support for the state of Indiana to stand up to the Obama administration. President Obama is attacking the state, threatening to cut billions of dollars to Medicaid patients, all for the sake of abortion. If Planned Parenthood, Governor Huckabee, suspended their abortion practices, they could get all the Medicaid money they could want. But they refuse because they do more than half the abortions in the state. So President Obama is coming to their aid, and he's threatening to put at risk billions of dollars that would help seniors, help people in need in the state of Indiana.
Liveaction.org. This Tuesday, people need to go see these explosive videos. Lila Rose, thank you. You are a courageous young lady and a champion for life. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Governor Huckabee.